Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. We're all back.
Hey, look at that. So it's weird not having AJS News last week. So hopefully you enjoy our beautiful faces back. I'm back from Scotland. I have 7 hours of random, vacation photos and video that I've been watching, and it's really bad. There's no sound, no purpose. I'll see if I can come up with something. Maybe just some B-roll.
Did you eat haggis?
Maybe a little vlog. Oh, I ate haggis.
Did you record yourself eating haggis? Because that would have been content.
I have footage of haggis, but not of me putting it in my mouth. But you'll know my opinion of haggis. If you want to know that, let me know that you want a little quick Scotland vlog. I'll think about putting something together from all that. But, man, just absolutely beautiful. And when I was there, Alex, because Alex just made a Scotland weather joke, it was all sunny. So I brought the Texas weather with me. Nice. It was absolutely beautiful. It couldn't have been more beautiful. Makes me want to move there. But I hear it's not always that sunny and beautiful.
You look tanner.
Yes. I walked like 4 to 8 miles every day, Joe. I did not expect that. I thought old people, because I did a tour as well. And I was like, man, this is going to be easy. And I was trying to keep up with everybody. We got a lot done. It was so much fun. Damn. So, I'm back. And so a lot of catching up to do. I think Adam Fall's coming out soon. I want to go, and I hear Joe's been playing some Assassin's Creed Shadows. I want to jump in on that, get in on that. Will we be able to finish some Split Fiction? Will we get to, do some Avowed? I need to do some Reorganizer. We'll see what we can get. And apparently there's a Game of Thrones game coming out this week. Did you know this?
No.
A fucking Game of Thrones video game?
Yeah, but I hate Game of Thrones.
I know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to cover. We'll get back up to speed. I am leaving again, just over the weekend for Adepticon. So if you want to say hi to me, I'll be at Adepticon on Friday. I'll leave Friday morning, so I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come back Monday, and we'll do the news. We'll do the news later, probably like 3 p.m., 2 p.m., something like that. So that is all the AJS news for you.
Well, this video is brought to you by our sponsors, G Fuel. Been with us a long time. They've got a buy one, get one going on right now. We want to let you guys know.
These are the best deals.
Yeah.
This supports the show directly. Every tub we sell helps us.
New flavor, Berry Bomb. They have all sorts of other things like tie-ins for video games. So check out G Fuel. Click those links down below. There's the Elden Ring one, the prickly pear. Super delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm wearing this shirt because Lufthansa done fucked it up. Where my bags at? Lufthansa, the German airline. Where my bags at? Apparently my bags love Scotland so much, it didn't want to leave.
You gotta go
Where
get
my
them back.
bag?
It's a great excuse to go back and look for them.
Good excuse?
I gotta go find her.
I gotta go get I only own like 4 pants, and I put like 3 of them in the fucking suitcase.
He's not wearing pants right now. It's horrible.
God damn it. My fucking backups of backups. I need my suitcases. Oh, my God. Yes. So there's that news as well. I'm waiting for text notifications and been calling and trying to figure it out.
What happened to German efficiency, huh?
I guess they're going to be put on a plane afterwards and heading over to Austin on their own. They're having their own little journey.
Are you going to have to go to the airport to pick them up?
When I was reading about it, you could maybe send it to your house.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Does that cost money? Have you ever lost bags before?
Yeah, but I had to go pick it up.
You had to, or you picked?
I had to go pick it up.
Okay. Well,
I didn't get the option.
Nah, fuck that. If they fuck it up, they better send it to me. All right. Anyways, what the hell has been happening in gaming news? Because I'm hearing a bunch of stuff. Obviously, a lot of video games, a lot of catching up to do. I hear rumors of a new Superman trailer maybe in April, so I'm excited for that. But what the hell's been going on
2
in games?
seconds of Superman screen time.
Yeah, that's what's been happening.
Yeah.
In
They
Japanese
introduced 9
trailers.
new characters in 2 seconds. All right, we'll talk Wizards
The
of the
more
Coast.
the merrier, Alex.
Wizards of the Coast, a company that I used to like. Now I
Yes.
wish that they fail at everything that they do. They're owned by Hasbro, and Hasbro sucks. So they wanted to do a virtual tabletop thing, which is something that you can find everywhere else for cheaper and better or free. But they wanted to put out their own called Sigil. And
No, Tabletop Simulator.
And then
That's what I was thinking.
no one liked it. Like
Yeah.
all of the reviews were very, 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 very poor. And it was so poor that Hasbro has laid off 90% of the people who worked on it within a week or
Jesus.
two. So I feel really bad for these people.
Why
you
did
know,
they fire the person who said, "Hey, this is great. Let's do it"?
Yeah, so managers don't get fired. So once you get into that, you get what's called a golden parachute. So those people keep their jobs
Yeah.
forever,
Assholes.
even though they make all the bad decisions.
Yes.
And the people who do all of the work don't get fired. And so that's what happened here. 30 talented developers were laid off from their development team. So the skeleton crew people kind of continuing to work on it for like the 7 people who adopted this. It's really not for anyone, again, because like you mentioned, Tabletop Simulator and a bunch of other free ones exist, and it's just not all that great, and you have to pay a bunch of money and have a powerful machine. But shame on you, Hasbro.
Shame on you again, man. You guys suck.
Yeah, they suck. I mean, D&D's sweet, but you know what? Pathfinder's pretty sweet too, so you can just find different ones to play. All right. In horrible AI news, a leaked video has a Sony director talking to an AI Aloy prototype. From the game, the series
Why would
Horizon.
you want to talk to AI Aloy?
Just to show off
Aloy.
your technology and say, like, look, this AI thing can give you lore dumps. They can provide exposition, do all these other things. And then what they don't
It
say,
would cost.
cheap. And that's
Yes.
really what it comes down to. And people are
Yes.
worried about it, including Ashley Burch, who is the voice actress for Aloy.
Well, wouldn't she have given her voice rights to
So
that?
this was a different voice. They didn't use her voice or any of her
This one
mocap
goes.
stuff.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And so
It's
it's
Dun,
different.
dun, 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 dun.
It's
You
different.
forgot the.
It's different. If I was her, I would be fucking pissed. I was like, okay, because there goes my job.
yeah, exactly.
There goes my fucking job.
And so that's what she said. She says, I feel worried about this art form, and just it's not a great thing because this is what we've been talking about probably for the last year. People want to get a union deal saying maybe the video game companies shouldn't be replacing all these voice actors and actresses with AI. We already know that they have hired a bunch of people to get and say, like, look, I need you to read these 2,000 words. And then that gets plugged into the database, and then they adjust all these things. So it's like it's already happening. And this was a leaked video, so we know it's happening behind the scenes. So I don't think it's going to be long before these companies are trying to sneak in there.
I think Ubisoft did that. I'm playing on the English version, which is very bad, by the way. And some of these side characters you walk up to, it sounds so bad.
Yeah,
It sounds so bad.
You
It's
think
like,
it's already being done?
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, and so nothing's going to happen, I imagine, because ultimately the game companies don't care. They're trying to make the games. I mean, they're not saving an absurd amount of money because it's not like we know what, according to some of these voice actors and actresses, they don't actually get paid all that well. So it doesn't make any sense to me that they're just
penny pinchers.
Yeah, they're pinching the pennies exactly. So it's like this is bad.
That sucks.
And it sucks. And
We'll keep an eye on it.
I don't like it.
Speaking of Sony, Rise
It's
of
a double-edged sword, though, Joe. It's like for indies, when you want to make a game and you want dialogue and you want to voice the dialogue and you don't have a lot of money,
I'll
it's
do
a
it for a
great,
fucking sandwich.
it's a great tool.
you have your friends.
I'll do
Child labor. You're still a
How
child, Joe.
many
I'm
times
not a child.
have you called up people in your life? It's like, hey,
I do it for free.
yeah, you
Yeah.
invite people over,
Sure.
and
Yeah,
you're
I'll
like, hey,
come
man,
over, hang
beers,
out. Yeah,
beers
let's
and
do it.
pizza, and like that's how you
I
get
get-
done if you're an indie.
Yeah.
but like,
Super-
You old farts don't know what's coming, man. It's happening.
Oh,
It's happening.
I know.
Corporations' sole purpose is to make.
money.
Correct.
Profits. It's all about profits.
Yeah.
Okay. At the expense of everything.
everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Sony put out Rise of the Ronin on PC, and it's a giant piece of shit. Not the game as far as gameplay goes, because I thought the gameplay... We did a rapid fire, so you can check that out if you want.
Yeah.
Game's pretty good. It has some problems, but it was pretty good. It just doesn't run on PC very well. This is another in a giant...
When will they ever learn?
They won't. And so Sony doesn't give a shit about you because I don't think they're the least... Like, they're the most... against consumers, but they're close, and they just don't care about PC consumers, and so we keep getting these awful ports, and nothing gets done. So it came out, it runs like crap, and now we have a great save data bug where all of your save data can just go away.
What, Joe? I'm out of the G Fuel pickle juice. I'm drinking real pickle juice. The G Fuel pickle juice is actually really fucking close.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And that's why that flavor exists, because people like me exist.
Yeah. Well, why does swamp water exist, though?
I don't know.
The Shrek joke flavor.
The onion one?
It's like
that's
onion and
that's to torture your buddies.
It's true. It stinks up the room, though.
the whole room. The whole room. All right. Back to the games. So they put that out. Just another list of Sony ports that aren't any good. Mm-hmm. We got a report this week that PC gamers spend 92% of their time on older games.
92%. Holy fuck.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah, kind of. Well, kind of not. I mean, this year, the amount of new games coming out, I don't know. Is it about the same as previous years? It could be that they're catching up from previous delays. Could be that classic games are just fucking better.
Or it pays to be a patient gamer, because now, like, a lot of the times games don't come out in complete states.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about Cyberpunk later, but
there's great ones out though. I'll throw some recommendations. Sniper Elite Resistance. Me and Joe had a lot of fun. We wish we could play more. Obviously, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, first 10 out of 10 of the year.
Some people going back and playing the first
Pirate
one first.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals Season 1. Split Fiction.
That's a good one. Doing very well. Yep.
Then that's
Yeah.
that's
That's it.
I don't know.
I think
Assassin's Creed just came out. I haven't played it yet. Joe will have to tell me.
I have.
I hear it's okay.
it's exactly what you'd expect it to be.
Right.
So a lot of people are going back, and then I think it's a combination of, one, you can get these older games massively on sale.
Yeah.
If you're looking
There's
on
some great deals.
like Steam sales, you're like, wait a minute, I really liked Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I can get the first one for like $10. Yeah, that seems like a really, really good deal. Or you really like Split Fiction, and you go back and play It Takes Two, which is an incredible... I mean, it's a Game of the Year winner, and you can get it for super cheap. So people are looking back towards their old catalogs. They're not just doing the thing where they're buying Steam games for the sake of buying Steam games and then never playing them.
Yeah.
So that's something that the industry's got to look at.
Good. Watch our previous top 10 games of the year lists to give yourself over the years. I don't know how long I've been doing. I've been doing a long time, so you can buy some of those on Steam while you wait for what's the next big game?
Dune?
That one, yeah. They were talking about
Doom.
it. Adamfall.
Yeah, Doom.
What about that one?
Adamfall, maybe the Fallout kind of looking thing. Beyond that,
Interesting.
Monster Energy Supercross 25.
Oh, shit.
We gotta try that
no.
out in April. They probably fixed their physics by now, Joe.
I hope
I'm
not.
actually looking forward to the one on the 28th, the one that looks like a
28th.
sim.
Yeah. Enzoy.
Yeah.
You were staying away from the pronunciation. I do want to do something
Enzoy.
for it, or y'all
Whatever,
do a
something, but
misadventures. I want
look
somebody to
pretty good.
OG likes to
create our
drown children
characters.
in the Sims games.
He likes to play Sims. Play with Jacob all the time.
He puts them in like a hot tub, and then you take out like the
A
stairs
pool.
or something.
That was a long time ago. That
I
was
hope
the start
Dune
of my-
Awakening is going to be good. I'm looking forward to that one.
All right. Well, so I'm going to give you guys a couple guesses.
Yes.
Square Enix put out a game, Life is Strange Double Exposure.
Okay.
Do you think that they did it, that Square Enix feels that its sales were acceptable, or that it underperformed?
I love this story.
Let's see. I don't know,
Well,
this
this is
one.
pretty tough.
This is a tough one.
I'm not going to... I don't...
I'm gonna have to.
This is risky, Joe. You might get downvoted here.
I'm gonna have to go with under.
Ooh, you get downvoted. Oh, you got all the downvotes.
Yeah, sales were not as expected.
Yeah, a little disappoining. And if you guys don't know, anytime we talk about Square Enix, there's like 5 or 6 crazy people on the internet that are like, no, every Square Enix game is so good and you're just a hater. Though Square Enix likes to say they're disappointed in the sales
I've
of all
never
of their
seen
games.
those people.
Oh, they come into
You
chat.
look at the comments too damn much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta know what people want to read
Yeah,
about.
like even
No,
when we
not
stream,
those
it's like, oh,
people.
you guys never played the Final Fantasy.
I did. I did. I finished it, and even then they're like, yeah, and so they're crazy. But anyway, yeah, massive loss for Square Enix. So even the success of some of the things they said was completely offset by how bad this Life is Strange was. It wasn't reviewed particularly well. Everyone's like, you're just kind of rehashing the same thing, like exactly the same thing. It's not very good. But despite that, it still won an award. It won a. Let me give you the title of the award.
I mean, it was. I mean, those games are already niche. They're niche of niche of niche. They seem marketed towards female. They also seem marketed towards a segment of female. I'm sure. I mean, obviously, it appeals to all. You can be a man. You can play the game. You can enjoy those stories. But if the majority of your characters, so I just think that it is niche. And if they were expecting sales, to go crazy.
It did less than half of the last one, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was a really big disappointment for them. But it did.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It did win a Social Impact Award, but unfortunately there was no one there to collect the award because they all got laid off.
Oh, God.
Everyone working on
Talk
this,
about fucking awkward.
Yeah, and
that's not much of an impact.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. Again, we're talking about the people who work on these games get laid off.
Yeah.
The second that there's any sort of problem,
and it's not their fault.
and it's typically the managers who are like, hey, let's just do the same story again. Square Enix told us to do more of the same instead of like try something new. We don't know the exact situation for this one, but
yeah, I understand some
majority
layoffs.
of the time, that's usually what happens.
When your sequel does half the sales of the first game, it's a really dark reality. Let's say it sold 10% of its first game. Do we expect layoffs? Yeah. Yeah.
But like, there's a lot.
So
yeah, I mean, it just depends on are you planning on closing the company and never making a game again, or you're like, oh, hey, we did it wrong. We need to tighten our belt a little bit.
Let's have a buffer and
let's
go
start again and work on another one because they don't want to get rid of this IP. This IP has been successful in the past. And what are you going to do? You're going to find all new, cheaper people who've never worked on it before that you don't want to have that kind of brain drain. And as far as I think, you don't. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Square Enix knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, the games that did really well, EA Sports has made their college football game was a massive hit for them.
It was.
Super mega massive hit. Did super well for them. Offset a ton of their the decline of their not FIFA.
Historically, the college football game was selling much less than the Madden. Now, it still sells less than Madden, but it is a colossal success when compared to previous college football.
So I'm kind of curious what it's going to do now
in the second
to
year.
innovate.
I think it goes up for 3 years before dipping.
Well, yeah, I'm just curious to see what they're going to do, though.
Right. What features are you adding?
I say that with a little bit of sarcasm.
Yeah. They're gonna do nothing.
They're gonna add more school songs.
I am not doing fucking 2 hours for EA every fucking year. I'm not doing that.
You can do
No, I'm not.
We could
just combine them.
If
we could
it's
do
the
the
same
same.
fucking-
We go through the footage and we just redline through 25, and then we put 26 in there, and then it's the same thing because they're not going to change the game.
Yeah, just keep the core intact and add a few 1-minute segments that are new.
I think what OJ said is probably right. They're going to add a couple new. They're going to change the player names because they're going to get new players. They're going to add more songs.
I've been following the news. They did a cover recently. There's coaches, players, and mascots all in a group photo. So some people are thinking, oh, mascots mode is back. Coaches mode is back. I know that they're bringing high school. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. That needed to be in from there. I expect marginal upgrades that are slightly above what people expect from EA because they know they're under the gun. They know people are happy. They know people are energized and excited, and they don't want to fuck that up. So I expect a nominal effort.
They can't go too.
But we
too
could
much,
always
though.
be wrong.
Well, they're trying, and they're putting some money down. And so last year they gave players $600 and a copy of the game, which isn't a lot.
Yeah.
This year they've more than doubled it to $1,500, and this is something I did not expect.
That just goes to show you that our fucking parody was right. They were underpaying them from the beginning to increase by a whole magnitude. It's double.
More than
it's
double.
not like, all right, we're gonna increase your pay 10%, 15%, 25%. No, that just shows you they came in way under.
Yeah.
So they are really going for it. They're paying more, which is not something that they normally do.
Okay, well, give them props there. Give them props there.
So you need your shot. Here's $15, and here's the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now we'll give them the game. We'll have to update that parody. It's like, all right, give me a copy of the game. Get out of here, kid. And then we'll come in, and then we'll
Not
have
even
a
a
dump
physical copy.
dump more
Here,
money.
redeem that code.
We'll just have a giant pile of money, and instead of 2 bills, we give them 4 bills, and and it's still nothing in comparison to all the stuff that they make.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't think they're going to put a lot of work into the game.
Well, they can't do too much because they still got to be
On par with Madden.
Yeah.
Good fucking point, Joe. Yeah. God damn it!
Yeah. I don't think we're getting the announcement that they're moving off of the
engines.
The engines.
No.
The 20
That would cost
That's a lot
money.
of work.
That would cost money.
Take
We're
from
trying to
us-
make the money,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
Not spend the money. What don't you understand?
Take it from the haters.
We're trying to make the money.
Yeah.
Apparently, from the review they did.
Oh yeah, they did the documentary.
The documentary.
Yeah, you guys are just haters, and you guys don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would try really hard.
I still
Really.
haven't seen that fucking thing. I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
No, I just saw it from was it soda or soft drink?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, but
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be very, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of corporations making money and doing moves purely to make money, former Age of Empires developer claims that Microsoft burst in the room, broke open the door, I'm exaggerating, into the meeting room and demanded that the first expansion have a Korean faction. And Joe, ask why?
But why?
Because StarCraft sold 3 million copies in Korea. And if we
But
put
it's not
Koreans
that
in the
type-
game, then the Koreans will buy it, and we'll make 3 million copies.
But Age of Empires not that type of game.
Hey, how did
Actually, Age of Empires is kind of that type of game, Joe. But the point I would have made is how many Korean factions were in StarCraft 2?
Yeah. How many copies of Super Mario do they sell in Italy? Like
That's a good point.
I don't know.
probably not.
Probably not as much as everywhere else.
Yeah, it may not matter as much, though. I mean, Warhammer does the exact same crap. They invent and then include people just to appease certain foreign markets. So
Yeah, so
it may not have been a bad idea.
Let's see. Sandy Peterson had joined Ensemble Studios after leaving ID Software. We worked on both Doom and Quake. Explained in a lengthy thread that, hey, the project went ahead extremely well. We were almost completely finished, 5 weeks ahead of schedule as of January 2000. I was excited to move on to Age of Empires 3, and then Microsoft called, and we had this important conference call. And then Microsoft urged him to add a 5th faction expansion to Koreans. And it says, Koreans, greatly to their credit, were not conquerors. They stayed in their lane. While they're cool, they don't fit into the conquerors thing. So ultimately, Joe has been right. Well, Microsoft
We
then
need to make them
argued,
space Koreans.
well, that may be true, but StarCraft sold 3 million copies in Korea. To this, Peterson pointed out, well, StarCraft doesn't have any Koreans in it, so those sales had zero to do with the Korean civilization. So I'm not really sure. Once someone's, simply repeats a previous argument, it's clear they're no longer functioning from logic or intelligence, he said, because they kept repeating the point, well, it made 3 million copies in Korea. He's like, yes, but they don't correlate. Do you have evidence that this correlates? And they said, yes, but it sold 3 million copies. So it just shows, some of the suits, they just see the numbers. They don't make the connections. They don't understand.
He doesn't
the
understand.
art of video
They
games,
just
why
need to make
video
good
games are
games.
successful.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Just make good games. That's
So-
CEO Mana.
It took
Anyway.
a guy. I mean, you're making fun of the Embracer CEO, But apparently that wasn't their strategy. He came out and said, we just need to make good games. It's like, oh my God, what were you doing before?
Exactly.
Anyways, the game's still enjoying decades of support. They recently, did the definitive edition. There's recent updates and patches. One of the biggest updates actually just got added. So, yeah. Anyways,
Played a ton.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind more factions. I don't care. Even a Korean faction in that game. I think it's funny that Microsoft burst in there and tried to bully them into making.
This doesn't make sense.
Can we get some other examples, Joe? Can you go, Alex? You got any other examples?
Quakers. It's an untapped market, Joe.
Right, because everybody buys the oatmeal. What are the sales of the oatmeal? The guy on the oatmeal, Joe. What are those sales? There's like millions. They sell 17 million boxes of the brown sugar oatmeal. So we got to put in the Quakers
or the Chewy bars. Like, think how many Chewy bars people
into into StarCraft. StarCraft 4 Quakers.
I thought you would say Quake.
Yeah,
Into Quakers. Into Quake. You're right, Joe. Yeah. Yep.
We just have to look at the markets that we're not selling video games to and focus on them. Pacifists. Because like OJ, who is a nice person in real life, he's an absolute fucking psychopath when he plays video games.
By the way, I have messed around with your...
I know. I've been told. People have been trying to tattle.
What happened? Somebody's telling on Joe?
Yeah.
Not
we'll
cool,
talk
guys.
about it
Not
next.
cool, guys.
Yeah.
Next one.
Come join us on twitch.tv. All right, guys. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I could say, hey, look at this. This is hilarious. Dragon Age the Veilguard, Joe. It's getting crumbs of support now. EA is, but they're not doing any additional, DLCs, or they're done with development. But they're gonna offer you a 50% discount on the game and a free weapon skin.
I don't want it. I still don't.
A free weapon skin of 50% off will entice you to go back.
No, I'm good.
Or purchase it if you haven't already. All right. After January's Update 5, BioWare's State of the Game is now in a stable place, and it's moving on, and it's monitoring for any game-breaking bugs. But EA is done with Dragon Age Veilguard, and they are selling it.
I'm surprised it's not free.
Massively reduced prices.
PlayStation.
It's gonna be eventually.
But for like,
well, they did. They had it on sale for way cheaper, and it's going to continue to go away because it. I don't know.
If you do want to play, just wait for it.
It's not worth.
Just watch our review
It's
again.
It's
Instead
not even
of
worth half.
spending that, watch our review again, and you'll be good to go. And then consider some of these other video games that are coming out.
Yep. Like a Dragon, way better.
Like a Dragon. I haven't
a lot of fun
played
with the pirate one.
Assassin's Creed or Atomfall, but those are choices. All right, well, okay, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to G Fuel. Check out their new flavor up right now. Buy one tub, get one free. And guess what? We get credit for it, and it helps our channel directly. Thank you guys so much. Put that code in down below. And sugar-free, tastes great. And I will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.